In today's episode, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on this handsome looking chap. This is the brand new release from Roberto Cavalli. This is called Paradise Found, and to find out what I think of this one, stay tuned to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to another episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul and this is day 83 of my Fragrance 365 project where I give my thoughts on a different fragrance every day for a whole year. So today's scent of the day is Paradise Found for Men by Roberto Cavalli. This is one half of a duo because there's also a female version of this and it comes in a deep magenta coloured bottle. Both of them were launched in late 2020 and this one is an Oriental Fougere fragrance. The marketing campaign for this is set in some kind of rainforest location, and judging by the colour of this bottle, I suspect there may be a bit of an earthy green note or two in this one. Yeah, so the presentation on this one is really nice, and we've got a dark green box with like a tropical palm leaf design on the front, and we've also got some bronze coloured metallic accents and branding. On the top there's the Roberto Cavalli logo, and at the bottom we've got the batch code, and we've got some product information on the rear of the box there. Inside the box we've got to be very careful because the top comes off very easily on this one, but what we have got is a very nice attractive dark emerald green colour shaped bottle, and it is shaped a little bit like a gemstone. At the top we've got some more metallic pewter detailing with the brand name embossed into the shoulder of the bottle, and also the Roberto Cavalli logo again on top of the cap. Now the cap looks great, but it's in actual fact it's plastic and it feels very lightweight and cheap when you remove it. I wish this was a solid metal cap, but I suppose you can't have it all. We've got some more detailing around the neck of the atomizer, and the sprayer I would say is decent enough. It's got a nice mist. This one is the 75ml bottle size, and it also comes in a smaller 50ml bottle. I paid full retail for this, and I paid £75, which is a bit of a pain because you just know that this is going to be at discounters in a few weeks' time for about £20. But in terms of presentation, I think it looks really smart, and it just feels really premium, apart from the cap. I've put a little bit of a light in here so that you can just kind of see the lovely green colour there. Don't normally have that rim light, but there, just so that you can see how nice that bottle looks there when the light shines through it. Yeah, the top notes in this one are pimento seeds, star anise and pineapple. In the mid we've got clary sage, lavender, patchouli and cashmeran. And in the base there's tonka bean, styrax and ambergris. Yeah, so the notes listed on every third-party site vary on this one, but the description from the official Roberto Cavalli website reads as follows. Roberto Cavalli Paradise Found Eau de Toilette for him is designed to take the wearer on a hypnotic trip to an exotic garden of pleasure. The initial chords of pimento berry oil and star anise deliver spicy yet sweet aromatic impact that's softened with a touch of pineapple. Secondary notes comprises of a sophisticated blend of calming clary sage, fragrant lavender and patchouli oil, adding an earthy richness to the scent. The base perfectly balances the sweetness of tonka bean absolute with the resinous depth of styrax oil and is enriched with precious ambergris. The result is a beguiling and vibrant oriental symphony that lingers in both the senses and the mind. So you can kind of tell roughly what this is all about. So I get a nice bright and spicy opening with the pimento and the star anise, bringing a nice little kick of peppiness. But there's also a little fleeting tangy bit of pineapple, but this doesn't stay around for long. For the first few minutes from the opening, I wasn't really bowled over by it, and to me it came off a little bit synthetic and also a bit generic. I have got a fragrance in my collection that smells very similar to this, but for the life in me I can't quite put my finger on which one it is. I think it might be like the 212 VIP Black by Carolina Herrera that I reviewed recently, but I'll check when I've finished this video. The dry down is much more pleasant as it sweetens up a bit, but it never becomes too sweet. As I suspected, this has a lovely green undertone that makes me kind of think of a woodland on a damp day. There's also a bit of a herbal quality to it and a decent hit of ambergris or ambroxan in the base. And it smells like a normal modern designer fragrance, and it seems like every fragrance that I've come across just lately contains the note of lavender in the heart, so that must be one of the on-trend florals at the minute. This one is a very nice and a pleasant fragrance, and there's nothing in here that's kind of off-putting. However, there's also nothing in here that makes me go wow either. This is one I'd wear on a rainy day during the autumn or even in the spring. It's possibly a tad too sweet for the highest heat of summer, and I don't think it's got enough depth for the winter time. It is, however, a very versatile fragrance, so you could kind of pretty much wear it any time and for any occasion. And I also think it's just one of those fragrances that anyone of any age could comfortably wear. It's just kind of a middle of the road ambroxan type fragrance, so you could possibly wear it any time, but I wouldn't reach for this in the summer or the depths of winter. The performance seems to be decent enough on this one, and it got noticed on me the first time that I wore it. It has a fairly potent projection for the first hour or two, and then it kind of settles down a little bit, but I'd say it's still above being more than a skin scent, and it will continue to get you noticed for maybe 3 to 4 hours. I'd say you're going to probably get about maybe 6 or 7 hours of longevity out of this one, but it's neither a beast mode performer or a weak scent. Today I sprayed it on my skin and a couple of sprays on my shirt, and that was about 5 hours ago, and I can still pick up wafts of it, although they are getting quite faint now. Yeah, I'd say this is a solid release, and it smells modern and really nice. It's mass appealing, and I think it's pretty versatile too. It's a nice, clean, outdoorsy type fragrance, but I wouldn't personally reach for this over my trusty polo green or green Irish tweed. It does smell very modern, and it's going to get a fair share of love from the community, but I don't think many collectors or reviewers are going to be too bowled over by it. So for me, it gets a 7.5 out of 10. And also, if you do buy this, just make sure that you don't ever pick it up by the cap, because the cap just comes off so easily, so it'll end up being all over your floor. Yeah, so once again, that's about it for today's Scent of the Day. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about a recent new flanker of a true performing clubbing monster. So make sure you tune in tomorrow to find out which one I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure you'll probably know which one I'm on about. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It's also great to hear your opinions, your thoughts and your critiques and all the fragrances that feature in the 365 project. So keep your comments coming down in the comments section. I'll respond to as many as I can. As always, thank you very much once again for tuning in and all your support. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Bye bye for now.